Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, everybody, or perhaps early good night. This is Jay Dibb with National LiveScan Association. We do have a surprise visit for today. I'm going to take a quick pause for the callers there and go ahead and see if I can reach out to him. And he's a pretty sharp guy. I've been doing it for a while here, and I'm trying to send my friend here a private notification saying he's trying to log on. His name is Warren. So Warren, why don't you check your text message in a few seconds right there. So he's seeing that private link. You go ahead and join us for this session for today. So give me 2 shakes and a holler. You should have it on your cell phone in a few seconds here. So everybody, please bear with us here as we get a surprise visitor to join us for today here. And of course, thank you. Good morning. All right, guys, give me like 30 seconds max here. I'm gonna go ahead and get something taken care of here. And Warren, please check your cell phone next couple of seconds. I'm just talking right now and trying to stall to log into the other service here to track down your cell phone number and text you that particular link. So put on a whole network here, everybody see it, everybody trying to join in and be like a special guest, and we might not have enough space for everybody to get a chance to talk for this morning. And for those looking to the replay here, this is National LiveScan Association. You go to LiveScan.Cafe or LiveScan.Cafe.com to RSVP for upcoming sessions that we have. All right, Warren, give me 10 seconds. I'm getting close to it. There you go there. And check your cell phone with the 3 middle digits in 421. All right, they sent you that private link to join us here. And it's going to be quite interesting for this morning here for folks. Okay, then. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't know what I just said. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure where they came from. Must be a good day then. I will say it's my coffee right now, but it's kind of empty right now, but I'm gonna get that fixed. Soon somebody help out with the coffee out there, but it's all good, you know. Coffee, please. All right, you didn't hear that. And good morning and happy sensational Saturday, everybody. Thank you. Okay, as I was Warren checking out the link there, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some processes for you folks out there, talking about what is LiveScan fingerprinting. Good morning, Linda. Good morning out there. Uh-oh, it's time for that knock, knock, knock. Let's see what he has to say for today. And Warren, you're going live, man, so get your hairstyle ready, man. All right, he's going live, guys. 5, 4, I count. Bam, there he is.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I threw in the spot, man. Some folks know I'll put you on the spot in a second. That's just how we do it here. The subject for today, Warren, because I know you get a chance to review the subject for that. I kind of changed up the last second because we got a whole bunch of calls, like you already know, about how to get started doing fingerprinting in their particular state. And all people know about is just strictly LiveScan fingerprinting. It's the best misconception out there, what they could do in their particular areas regarding fingerprinting. So the subject for today is going to be about what is LiveScan fingerprinting, or can do LiveScan fingerprinting in our state. I have an answer for all you guys at the end of the session here to pretty much put in a nutshell what you need to do to get started. But I'm going to wait to the end of the session here to share with you guys. Because what I have to say here, some folks might not like how I say certain things, but that's okay. They get over it. Nothing but tough love. But Warren, you understand how this process goes. Just by the question alone, without going into any specific detail, can you do LiveScan in your state without saying anything else?
Yes, I can. I've actually switched out of Ink to strictly do LiveScan only.
Understood.
So I am a little bit further north from Olathe. I am in Oklahoma, so
that's right.
I can do LiveScan in Oklahoma. And like her, with her relocating, I had relocated from Denison to attend to my clients closer in Oklahoma.
That's right.
But there is occasion where I might have to do ink. There was actually one this week where I had a client come in and she had pterodactyl hands.
That's a new one for me there.
Yeah,
can I use that phrase there? I like that phrase. I never heard that one before. I heard sausage fingers last week, but not pterodactyl hands.
Yeah, she had pterodactyl hands and fingers. So it was literally impossible to live scan her. but I was able to do it, and I was able to run her FBI background check with success. But I tried inking her at first to try to get her prints. But I ended up live scanning her, and National Live Scan and the FBI went ahead and approved it.
Understood. I'm going to hold you right there for a moment right there, because you said a lot of things in a very short period of time. Now everybody's head is spinning around like, okay, Warren's in Oklahoma. We thought Oklahoma was a closed state, so how can you do live scan? So folks, everything you see in these YouTube videos on these other folks' websites, without pointing any fingers at anybody, I'm not hitting anybody. Well, sometimes I might, could give the wrong information, mislead you. We're here to share with you the core information that you need to know to get you going the right direction. We're not here to upsell anything, but to share some good information to you that we come in over the course of years. So pretty much can I do live scan in my state? We get questions like this all the time. And another question we might get from us is going to be, let's see here. I saw others doing live scan in my state. You know, we share things with you guys. Well, they could do live scan. How can we do live scans? Well, Warren does particular type of special live scan that he was able to qualify for down the line, but not right away. Other questions we get, and you guys might relate to these questions here. We get these questions a lot. I want to do live scans, background checks, and ink card fingerprinting. Ink card fingerprinting and live scan is a form of background checks. Okay, I'm about to get you guys confused right now. Warren's going to smile, but I'm confused you real fast. Warren does live scans for ink card fingerprinting. Warren does live scans for those folks who need ink card fingerprinting. I'm not going in details, nor is he, because we're told not to go too much in details, but just let you guys know, live scan is a very big and broad word. What it really means, and what is a live scan? What it really means, it means electronic fingerprinting. That's all it really means. Now, I'm about to get deep in the subject here for the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'm trying to keep this short as possible, and Warren's going to jump in also. But please break out your pen and paper and start taking some notes. Because when you guys call us sometime to get some information about joint association, you always have questions, and this is the same thing repeat itself over and over and over. So just because folks do live scans in your state, it might not be the type of live scan that you're thinking about. All it means is electronic fingerprinting. The certain question you should be asking the folks, if you're interested in that, what happens with the fingerprints next? It's always a big issue. So live scan only means electronic fingerprinting. Or they're in Georgia doing live scans. They're in Oklahoma doing live scans. I thought these were closed states. How can you do live scans for the state of Georgia? How can you do live scans for the state of Texas? How can you do live scans for the state of Oklahoma? They might be doing live scans, but not for that particular state or government entity. They might be doing live scan, which you said was ink card fingerprinting, but perhaps they are actually taking your fingerprint on the live scan device, and then with the right software and setup, they're pushing the print button to make it in a short term, cut through some steps, of course, to print those fingerprints out on paper and ink on ink cards.
Exactly.
That's right. So Warren done ink cards mainly for years. He got some pretty nice fat contracts. I can't tell what agency they are, but he has some nice contracts now with such a demand. He had to get additional software to use his live scan device to print out on ink cards to speed up the process. He just didn't jump to live scan at first. He learned to capture prints the better way manually, the old school way, but the money's still the same color. So now he says, I don't do live scans, I don't do ink cards no more. That's old school, really the way it is. But he's able to choose the service for providing ink card fingerprinting, but through a live scan process. So I want you guys to understand it again. Live scan just means electronic fingerprinting. Just because you see somebody doing live scan on a YouTube video or somebody's website doesn't mean they're transmitting those fingerprints electronically to that particular state. Be very careful out there. Don't fall for the hype. I'm just trying to keep it real. We have a tendency to hold people back from going too fast if we're not sure, if we believe they not understand the right concept. Once again, live scan fingerprinting, all it means is electronic fingerprinting. It doesn't mean they're transmitting to that particular state they reside in. They might be transmitting to a different entity. They might be transmitting to the printer and print out the ink cards. Just want to clear that up. Okay, just want to clear that up. Warren, if you don't mind, don't list the type of, don't list your clientele or state your clientele you have, but can you share with us how were you able, what got you to go from ink card fingerprinting manually to LiveScan, and how were you able to get these contracts without mentioning their names? Well, you know, was it simple, hard? Did you have to look out, or how was your secret sauce right there, if you don't mind? Without going too much detail.
That's a good analogy, secret sauce. But basically, you know, welcome all of you to National LiveScan. But what you get out of your business is what you put into it. So remember, this is your business, and what you put into it is what you'll get out of it. So I struggled a lot at first, doing ink cards, getting through, trying to be visible. The key is visibility. And like any other business, you have to have a moderate investment. And that's what National LiveScan does. It gives you that opportunity to have a business without such a large investment. So
True.
Back in my day, before I first started 3 years ago, I was looking to start my own business. I looked into franchising a restaurant. I looked into franchising like a UPS store. So things like that. But your investment into those, like a McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, was dramatically high. I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. So that kind of strayed me from there. It kind of discouraged me a little bit from finding my own business, but it actually led me to wanting to transport clients or patients in a medical van, and like for dialysis or cancer. So I looked into that as well. That wasn't feasible for my situation, and I kind of stumbled on National LiveScan and Fingerprint. And with a moderate investment, I was able to get established and get going. But what happened is I started with the ink cards, and I wasn't very visible. There would be people 5 minutes away from me that didn't know I was there. I mean, but they found me eventually, but they didn't even know I was there because I wasn't visible, like on Yelp or on Google or on Yahoo. So again, that is something you need to do for your business, is to look into becoming visible on those places like Google and Yahoo and things like that. Yes, and you want to be visible, and that's what drove me to that. So I started getting more visibility. My website, you got to have a website. In this day and age, with any business, you have to have a website. And I started getting more visible that way. I did my own little marketing thing with mailers, where I send out mailers to clients, sending them out to various places like, law firms, schools, etc., things like that. And then out of the blue, I landed a major client who's very, very big. So I do their fingerprinting 3 to 4 times a year, and I do over 250 ink cards for them every time. So I have a couple of other smaller clients.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say 250 ink cards per each visit?
Not each visit. Yeah, each visit. Like that's over a weekend though. Yeah.
No big deal. Just 250 cards.
Yeah, just 250. So if you can land that client and become visible is what you want to do. And what JW and National LiveScan are helping me with now is with my marketing. I signed up with his marketing, and trying to improve my marketing so I could become even more visible. And that's the key. And once I had that visibility and I was getting that volume, I knew I had to switch to a LiveScan machine. And I was able to do that. And once I had it, it made things a lot easier. But your quality of prints on a LiveScan stems from learning what you learned from JW in his courses, or what I will eventually teach you as well if I make instructor, is you got to learn to crawl before you can run, basically. And once you do that, and with the national LiveScan and with the LiveScan device, I can now run. And believe me, I put in my time with doing ink cards and going through JW strict training. And please, okay, please take it into account and take it with a grain of salt. But he's a very good instructor, and please keep in mind, you will get that D-. I got plenty of those. Believe me, I got plenty of those. Plenty
There's
of
some
D-.
folks right now laughing right now because that little secret right there. So,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember my first 10 prints compared to now were horrific. I was looking back on them. I go, oh my God. I mean, they were horrific right now. And the good thing about LiveScan is, when I learned from Ink Card, is you learn the proper way to roll. But the benefit with the LiveScan is you have a computer now to tell you what's wrong with the print. It will highlight what's wrong with the print and where it's wrong, and then you just redo it.
that's true.
But with ink, you gotta nail it the first time perfectly. So
That's true.
the key is become very proficient with ink cards, and you guys take your time with your business, and you will eventually succeed at it and come forth through it. So,
May I jump in for a second?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Something that you mentioned a few seconds ago about, he was saying the machine, the software will let you know what to focus on, take a better quality print. Warren has the same program the association has, like a lot of other members, also was able to take those other steps down the line to grow their business there. But not all software out there is the same type of software. There's different types out there. One that has a little bit more high, more advanced, there's a lot more bells and whistles. It's a lot more granular, a lot more detail, versus ones out there just show you the basic stuff, not really going into detail what you could focus on. So he invests into the more advanced software out there that he uses for his live scans, his print up for his ink cards, and a host of other services too that he provides just from his one LiveScan package that he was able to get, grow it as his business started to grow. So not all LiveScan has the same detail. You just happen to get the ones that we recommend for our members also, because there's a lot more opportunity for growth, as you know, Warren, and also helps you capture better quality prints in detail versus just a generic picture saying thumbs up or thumbs down or green or red or something like that. Just want you guys to be aware of that right there.
Exactly.
And something about the D grade and stuff like that, D- grade, don't worry about that. It'd be okay. Trust me, nothing but tough love. It'd be all right.
Yep, it's tough love. Yep, tough love.
You know, if you're fortunate enough to get the letter D, that's a good thing, by the way. And as for letter A's, I get the letter A's because I'm awesome. Okay, I'm awesome. You know, but there's other ways of getting B's out there also, but he knows about that too. But if you got a D-, that's a good thing. You're me on my radar. That's a good thing. Okay.
That's a good thing. You barely passed. Okay.
That's right.
So, barely passed.
That's right. I got some more questions here to talk about LiveScan. And we have a whole bunch of questions. I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is just a key question we have when they call us. Right now we're getting bombarded with calls, which is okay. But please, if you guys are able to got questions, please contact us by going to LiveScan.chat or LiveScan.Chat.com to schedule to speak to a member advisor. Just want you guys to be aware of that there too. But we get questions like this also. What type of license do I need? Let me clear real fast. There's different type of licenses, and we're not sure when we have these questions, you propose them to us. First off, we're going to tell you, we're not attorneys, we're not CPAs, but if you do a business in your local area or state, they might require a license around the business there. So check with them first. That's the first thing. Get yourself a business license. Do I have to? It's up to you and Uncle Sam. We're not going to say yes, no. Just follow your guidelines for your local city and state policies regarding you getting a license to run a business there. Another type of license you guys might be, another type of license you might be inquiring about is going to be a certified fingerprint roller. That certified fingerprint roller came from the state of California. I reside in California, so I need to have a license to fingerprint. I have a specific fingerprinting license that's required by the Department of Justice for the state of California. This doesn't apply to other states out there for doing fingerprinting. There's no specific license to fingerprint as the fingerprint roller, but in California have that. They might have other requirements to go through certain type of licensing to do LiveScan devices, use the LiveScan devices in that particular state you're in to fingerprint and transmit to that particular state. For example, like Illinois, you might have to have a 1 or 2 types of licenses to provide LiveScan services for the state of Illinois. But this is state by state. And if you call us and ask us for each state, we're going to tell you, do your homework, contact your local state law enforcement agency and find out what requirements are. Because what we might know today might change next week. So we tell you something now, you try to do live scans a year later on, things could change. So always do due diligence all the time. Always do due diligence. Trust me, Warren does this. He doesn't sleep. I'm going to tell you that now. Constantly,
Exactly.
Myself and Warren, he has a different program he's taking right now to us. And except for the past couple of weeks, every Thursday, a certain time, I can't give that time out. We always talk about, like he said early on, get your business found, different tricks of the trade. So he has a unique circle he belongs with us and getting his products found out there. And he's quite successful doing that. But to circle back to what type of license do you need? Check with your local agency, government agency. Check with your attorney or tax provider if you need certain things. But pretty much, if you're trying to get a fingerprint license to become a certified fingerprint roller, that applies if you're a resident in the state of California. So you see a lot of things out there on the internet. Just remember, it's the internet. What you see might be true for this particular reason, but not be applicable to for the same reason, but for a different state. Warren's in Oklahoma. He's doing a live scan. We want to do the same thing. We want to do the same thing he does. You might not. Be honest with you, it might not. Well, I saw on some website where they doing this, and this. We want to do the same thing they're doing. You might or you might not. Look into it. If it seems too good to be true, it might be too good to be true for a reason. Or you might pay more than you expect later on. So just be aware of those things out there. We get questions like, I want to do this. I want to do this. When can I get started? I want to do TSA. I want to do the FBI stuff. I want to do every single state. I want to do all 50 states. I want to do the police background checks too. I want the contract from police station instead. It's not going to happen just like that. I'm just trying to cut to the fat, cut to the chase. Forget what you're seeing out there online. Well, take it in, but do due diligence. This might not be what you think it is. They might not be too clear when they share with you what they're doing. There's different types out there. If you're able to get contracts with the states and you take over the one vendor has a multi-million-dollar contract and you're able to do it, more power to you. But you have to do your homework and see, are you eligible even to submit your application to bid for it? We're talking government contracts. You might meet certain criteria where they might let you be an agent for them to do fingerprinting at that particular location where you're at. And if you do qualify for that there, they might want to pay you between $3 or $5, maybe $10 if you're lucky, for certain things, but they own their stuff. It's not yours. Our philosophy is pretty much is not, how should I put it? I heard this before, tons of times before. If we give you a fish you can eat for one day, but if we teach you how to fish, you could eat forever. You could fish forever and catch your own fish. That's my point of view. I want to share with you folks out there what you could do yourself. Yes, it's going to be an investment. It is a business investment, but it's a low price business investment. Not spending millions of dollars or 100 grand, things like that to start a business. It's a low entry barrier just to get in the fingerprint business. You can start doing your own ink card fingerprinting business for your equipment and everything else. If you do it manually, less than $200. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that's just for you to start your own stuff. Just keep that in mind. Warren, when you first got involved by fingerprinting, what piqued your interest?
I like having my own thing, and doing what I put into it is what I'll get out of it. So, like you said, you have that moderate investment. So, you know, to get started, you have to get your ink cards, your ink, your ink card table, things like that. You have to, but I went above that, invested a little more, where I had to get the software, the laptop, things like that. So just keep in mind, like you said, it's a business. So you have to invest into it. And again, I can't reiterate enough, what you put into it is what you'll get out of it.
That is true.
And the key is to be seen. And what kept my interest is I enjoyed taking a fingerprint. Okay, I don't know what it was, but I enjoyed doing it, and I enjoyed submitting background checks on people. You know, sending it to the FBI or Florida, where these people that are getting printed can get their medical license, can get their nursing license, can get their real estate license, can get that FBI check if they're trying to adopt a child, things like that. I mean, that's a good feeling, because when you run their print and the FBI accepts everything, that's a good feeling. That means you're doing it right. You were trained by JW. You were trained right. Yes, pat yourself on the back there. You were trained right, and it inspires you. You know, you look into it, say, oh, I want to try to get the TSA now. You know, oh, I want to try to look into housing, and that effort you put into it, because it's not going to fall into your lap. You have to go out and get those clients that you want.
That's true.
That's the key. But then since it's your own business, you work it how you work it. You don't have to work 5 days a week. You could lump, like all my clients. I had a lot to do. I lumped all my clients in one day this week.
That's good.
I had
workflow.
Yeah,
that's
workflow.
That's your process.
I had eight fingerprints to do, and I just put them all in one day. I just did it all in one day. And then you look at other aspects you might want to add to your business. Look into becoming a notary. I'm a notary also. I'm also a process server, and I also do skip tracing, where I can locate somebody and do background on them. So I do that as well. But again, that's investment that I had to do to become a process server, to become a notary, to become a skip tracer. That's an investment that you put in, again, because it's your own business. It's what you put yourself into, and then what you'll get out of it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like the fact you're saying that you're doing what you love to do.
Yes,
a lot
exactly.
of folks will go out there and do everything what everybody else is doing, and that's not the best thing to do right away. Do what you love to do with this. If it's a good fit for you and love what you're doing, it'll work. But you have to treat it like a business. Now, if you have a poor personality, you don't like fingerprinting people, you don't like touching their hands, this might not be the best thing for you. If you don't like getting close to folks, because of COVID-19, a lot of places actually did shut down. But it's the nature of the beast. these are technical jobs you're doing. And like the medical field, you have to get close sometimes to your clients or the applicants to provide professional services. So don't take this lightly. It's a serious event. This is serious because this is for their job. This is for their livelihood. Warren helps physicians and nurses, folks across the country who need background checks for different reasons, and he processes the fingerprints on behalf of the government. And then the information goes to the FBI database and the local state databases too for different reasons, to make sure this is who the person is, and also make sure they didn't rob a cookie when they're 3 years old from the cookie store, the cookie bank, or something like that.
Right.
So you have to be aware of the situations. Hey, TJ's in it, man. Processor, loan signing agent, everything.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And she's one of our newest members also. Make sure you get a chance to talk to her later on, but she's doing quite well. She's talking Ink Card Fingerprinting, doing quite well. And she got a couple of D-minuses too. I made sure. Yeah, she got some. Yep, she got some right there already. When you guys look for your services for Ink Card Fingerprinting or LiveScan, you have to ask yourself pretty much when you want to do this, why? You have to ask yourself, you want to find out, not because someone else is doing it, you want to do it right away. There's a process to it. Do your due diligence, get some training done, get the proper training done. You want to ask yourself, who is asking to be fingerprinted? Why did they get fingerprinted for? Well, I do notary services, and now they're asking, can I fingerprint them? Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But ask them why I need to get done. And they say I need LiveScan done. And you might think in transmitting to the state. And like in Arizona, a lot of folks do LiveScan, but they're really printing out on ink cards. So this person might be coming from Arizona, thinking when you do LiveScan, they go to the device like Warren has, and they print your fingers out from an electronic device. And to them, that's LiveScan. But they really need ink cards. So when you guys think you might need LiveScan for your business, really could look into it and make sure it might be ink cards you could use right away for those who need that service. Oh, I see somebody back there. Tell me, say hi.
Yeah, that's my boss. That's the boss.
Understood. Tell me, say hello. Make sure it doesn't break my legs.
Okay.
But you might want to find out why they need fingerprinting. Well, I need to take my fingerprints with me to mail off to Texas, mail them off to Arizona, or mail them off to California. So they really need ink card fingerprinting. Most of the states have one vendor that does all their live scans and transmit those fingerprints to that particular state's law enforcement agency for a background check. But saying that there, you still could do fingerprinting in that particular state if folks need it for ink card fingerprinting, which is on paper and ink, where the fingerprints are placed on the ink card via paper and ink or through a LiveScan transaction, but you're printing on the ink cards. So do your homework, and remember, LiveScan, all it really means is just electronic fingerprinting. Find out, where persons, well, Willie Lunchmeat does fingerprinting down the street. If Willie Lunchmeat does LiveScan, why can't if Willie Lunchmeat doing it, how come I can't do it? Find out where the fingerprints may happen. What happened with the fingerprints? Maybe Willie Lunchmeat, with the person out there, Willie Lunchmeat, how you doing? Don't get offended. Well, they might check out your website now because I mentioned the word Willie Lunchmeat. If you do exist, might get some reviews. Good thing for you. But if Willie Lunchmeat has his own LiveScan business, you have to find out really what happens once the fingerprints are captured. That's what you should do. Just find out. But he's not law enforcement. He's not the government. But he's Willie Lunchmeat and Mrs. Lunchmeat's doing it. Well, find out what happens with the fingerprints once they're done. They might be printing out. They might be really doing ink card fingerprinting on the machine, though. Find out who the agency is. Guys, write this information down. You call us for this here, we can see straight to this website. So write this information down. Find out who the requesting agency. You might be thinking it's a LiveScan for the state you reside in, but it might be a LiveScan for public housing. It might be a LiveScan because they might got a nice contract with TSA through a third party who had a contract with them. It might be a vendor or an agent for the third party who got the contract through TSA. So find out. We're not going to look for you. I already know that. I already know what's involved. I'm not sure who or what Willie Lunchmeat's doing out there on his machine. You see Willie Lunchmeat on a regular basis, go visit them. Do some research. Do your homework. Do your due diligence. If this is too much words for you guys, the too big words, break out your dictionary or Google it, but you need to roll up your sleeves and get this done the right way. We're here to assist you, but you need to do your homework on this also. Does the applicant need a LiveScan or Ink Card Fingerprinting? That's the question you should be asking yourself before you start doing a business for them. Find out why you want to do fingerprinting. Is it Ink Card? Is it LiveScan? Just something you have to figure out for yourself. Can you do both in your state and transmit to your state? That goes by state cases. Each state is different. But overall, once you start your business, you need to grow your organization. You need to be visible. Don't expect the association to send you work on a regular basis. If you're a member, you take certain training programs with us, and somebody contact us from our office and looking for somebody in Oklahoma to do certain type of background checks, we would notify you the same day if possible and say, hey, there's an opportunity to get this type of service done, right, Warren? Do you want to get this done? If so, it's going to cost you this much for their machines to get you started as soon as possible. Folks like Warren are being prepared. First thing he said was, yes. So he's able to now do other things for his business that led to other opportunities, that led to other opportunities, that led to the point of getting a nice, big, juicy contracts. More than one, by the way. So now Warren doesn't play around. He's serious. Rolling up the sleeves. Oh, somebody gave JW A++. Thank you. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate that. Yeah. If those know what A means, it means JW is awesome. So we see A++, it means JW is very, very, very awesome. Thank you, DJ. You still got the D- though. I got you, though. You still got the D-. All right, then. That's right. Willie Lunchmeat. That's my cousin down there. Right next to Andy Billy Bob, the cousins. Okay, then. They're up there right now eating Crocker Gators. All right.
JW, I also wanted to mention I process fingerprints from out of state. So people from North Carolina, Massachusetts, Nevada, Wyoming have sent me their prints.
Don't go in detail why, because what's going to happen, I know what you're saying. So when he's saying he's doing out-of-state fingerprint for other folks out of state, but we can't tell you different agencies. We're told by these agencies, don't mention the name moving forward because they're getting bombarded with these calls and folks trying to circumvent their process to be accepted to provide these services to other folks across the country. So please don't mention that. We're not going to tell you ourselves, but if the opportunity arises and you meet certain criteria, like you probably took the Ink Card course before, or you probably took the LiveScan training program, or the mobile fingerprint program, or the LiveScan marketing program, and so on, so on. Based on what training you had from us and certifications they had, we send those folks. We get information. We contact our members. Say, hey, this entity here wants to use you use your services offering this, and this. So he cannot take. Please don't tell him because we're told not to say the names anymore because folks are trying to bombard them, not knowing the whole picture. But what Warren is saying is, I mean to cut you off, Warren. What he's saying, he does pretty much, you could fingerprint people from across the country, really across the world, be honest with you, and mail him their fingerprints to get certain type of background checks done.
Exactly.
So pretty much not just within the United States, across the world. If they mail one of his fingerprints, their fingerprints, he's able to process certain type of background checks, even though they're in a different country. But all that came from starting off with Ink Card Fingerprinting.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because in the past 3 years, I did have one from Spain. They contacted me and sent me their prints from Spain. So wow. Yeah.
Add that to you. We should just start keeping track where the customers are coming from across the world, contacting you for certain services. Because like you said, they found you across the world. So I guess that training is working out pretty good for being found online. That's a good thing to know.
Exactly.
My first background for a national or international level was some clients from Saudi Arabia. So worked there pretty good there. Hey guys, we could talk forever here. And Warren, I can't hear you right now, so you must have yourself on mute. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, we can't talk all day, but Warren will be back again for sure. I promise you that there. And Warren also mentioned something about him trying to work on his certification, become an instructor. That's case by case, invitation only. So please don't bombard us with phone calls when we instructor. We're going to tell you no. It's case by case, invitation only, because we have to make sure that the person who's getting trained has a good grasp on fingerprinting, not just on ink cards, not just on license, but the whole industry itself. So Warren been down the road for quite some time now. He knows it quite well. So he's next up for one of our folks to be an instructor for the National LiveScan Association. He just haven't got a start date yet, but he did mention it. So I ain't mad at him. How you threw the little plug in there. I'm proud of you, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yep, I had something here to show you, though, Warren. Hold on for a second here. I'm trying to figure out where did it go. Bear with me for a minute, everybody. Is it action steps? I had something just for you, Warren. Let me see, can I find it here? So bear with me again.
Okay.
Because you brought some good points up there. So no, that's not it there. I forgot where it went to, man. It ran away. Let me see, can I go ahead and grab it anyway in a few seconds here and get you taken care of. Happy I have connected with this organization. Good to know that. Thank you. Don't believe me, talk to one of our members here, Warren, soon to be instructor. All right, then. No, Warren, I'm going to do something a little bit different right here. We got some folks right here live, and Arlita might get mad, but I'm going to go ahead and do this right now myself. And Arlita, she might be listening right now, but she's not online right to fuss at us. Arlita, so those who know Arlita out there, she has a big cart, but she has a main left hook. So let me do this again here.
JW, I'm actually on the road. Does anybody have any questions for me before I have to go?
Let me see, this might be one question there. Hold on for a second here. Let me say this here.
Yes, you muted me.
Let me check it. The question went away there. There's some comments there. I must have clicked the wrong one. All right, then I got one thing to show you here, Warren, but needs official approval. For those out there that think Warren should be instructed for the National LiveScan Association, please speak now. But those who do not think he should be, please speak your piece now or forever hold it. You know, those think he should be instructed with us here, please let us know right now. To the remark, yes, if you think so, no, if not. We'll figure it out. All right, he's waiting. I need a second. I recommend Warren to be instructed for the National LiveScan Association. Can we get a second on that? Anybody out there, can you second that? He's waiting for that second. Somebody.
Come on. Come on. Okay.
They all scared, man. Oh, man. Oh, TJ just said, yeah. You know,
TJ, thank you.
You got some love out there. Warren, you're doing good, though, man. You really are.
Thank you.
We got some folks right here. I'm going to go ahead and forward this up. Some serious thumbs up there, too. Where did it go? There it goes. All right, Warren, I'm going to go ahead and speak to some folks in our end here and make sure you get you officially certified. But thanks to member out here, these members right now are saying yes. And you got a second from Lenny, California tax specialist. You're now an official LiveScan instructor for the National LiveScan Association. Okay. We have to get Alita's final authority on that one there, but we're going to shoot for effective date May 1st. Okay. That was the reason we tried to get you online to talk to us a couple of weeks ago. That was the reason why.
Okay.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Can you hear me okay right now?
Yeah, you're kind of low, but we can hear you. We all can hear you. Yeah.
All right, great.
So you should expect to get your certification stuff after it's been signed in the mail, but the official date supposed to be May 1st anyway. So we're waiting for you to come online to make sure everybody gets some thumbs up for you get, the folks give you thumbs up, they know how we do things here. We're all right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
We got you the last second. I appreciate you jumping at the very last second, caught you blind there. For folks out there, you can learn more about the association. And Warren, I'm going to let you go. I know you got to go.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. All right. Good luck. Okay.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Bye.
Bye. That was Warren from National LiveScan Association. He's been working with us for quite some time. He's been instructor program for quite some time also. And we finally gave him thumbs up to come instructor with us. He just can't become instructor overnight. And congratulations, Warren, out there again for becoming instructor. But your official date is May 1st, 2021. After we get one more approval from our friend out there, Letha Kent. So she's looking at the video right now. She's probably going to fuss at me. But I got you guys' support. You guys said it was okay. So is she going to knock me out? I'm going to run towards you for help. I'm going to run. Okay, for help. But it's pretty good. To learn more about the association, join us. Give us a call. But first, schedule online for a session with us at LiveScan.Chat.com. That's LiveScan.Chat.com. I hope you found this information informative. I hope you have a better understanding what LiveScan is. I hope you have a better understanding how there's different type of LiveScan is out there and what you might see online or what you might read on the website someplace or hear from somebody. Have those probing questions. Ask them specifically. You mentioned LiveScan. Can I do LiveScan from your agency in my particular state for my state, not through somebody else? Okay, then. How am I going to get paid? When I own my own business, or I'm just working through you as a subcontractor? Who's going to pay me? How much? I could talk on and on, and these folks might look at the video too, might get upset. I'm just keeping it real. We here at National LiveScan throw no punches, but we keep things real. Do your homework, do due diligence. Just because they're doing LiveScan in a state doesn't mean they're doing LiveScan for that particular state. They might be printing out ink cards. Warren mentioned mobile services. He's doing 250 mobile services, just one of his clients, a couple of times a year, 250 per pop. As for applicants, he left at the dollar amount, which I'm glad, but trust me, he's not doing it for free. Okay? 250 ink cards, even if it's just in 4 months, it's still a lot of ink cards. I don't care if he's charging $25, which he's not charging only $25. Do your math on that right there. That's a lot of chocolate chip cookies, folks. So please do your homework. Contact if you got questions about how to get started. And I promise you, folks, out the beginning of the session, I'm going to keep things real with you about what you need to do to start getting to the business of fingerprinting, to understand it better. What you can do is become a member of the National LiveScan Association. That's the first thing you need to do to get some of your questions answered. We're not going to teach you how to do a business just because you're a member, but we get some of those basic questions answered for you. If you don't want to become a member, take advantage of YouTube videos. They're here for you guys to check out and take advantage of those. But to become a member, go to the website at LiveScanMembership.com. That's LiveScanMembership.com. And become a member. It has benefits. You get discounted classes. You have your own, you get private sessions with other members once a month. My next course coming out is going to be about workflow. A lot more in detail. That comes out next month. And you're truly teaching yourself. A lot more granular, but we have regular sessions like that for our members. So please take advantage, become a member, and grow your business. Please grow your business there. TJ, see you now. I'll chat with you soon. I know next week. You're getting pretty good with your fingerprinting. And for the record, you still got the D- coming because nothing but tough love for you. Tough love for you out there. But take care. Any other questions you guys may have, please post your comments in the section below. I'm going to go like this. I like doing that. I don't know why, but go down the comment section below to post your comments. And I'll start with the hashtag ask if you notice a question you may have. I don't care if it's going to be a Twitter or Instagram, not Instagram, LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook. We broadcast live to all those out there, or it's a replay if you're looking at later on. Post your comments. We do our best to answer all the comments right there. And to go ahead and subscribe or RSVP for the next upcoming sessions, go to LiveScan.Cafe. This will allow you to register ahead of time to get those notifications to remind you upcoming sessions coming up there, free sessions. Do LiveScan.Cafe or LiveScan.Cafe.com. And finally, join the channel. If you like what you see, join the channel. Click the bell above, below, wherever it is they be saying, just join the channel. Stay active. And in closing, What you need to do to start your business is get off your butt. That's the best one to put. I'm about to say something else, but get off your tail, get off your hiding, stand up, move forward, take some type of action. Don't just sit there all day long and try to dwell on all next couple of weeks. So you've seen folks that come to us who contacted us a year ago, and finally, after a year, decided to move forward. And they wish they would take the first step a year ago. If you like what you hear and you believe you can do this here, do it. That's the best way to learn. Start off with Ink Card Fingerprinting. It's a low business investment. Do that first. Not to spend thousands of dollars to get a LiveScan machine right away, if you're eligible to do it, of course, but do Ink Card Fingerprinting. Take a training program. It's a good training program. Very effective. Do that first. And other opportunities will come down the line. Your customers will let you know what they need next. But don't sit there for the next 3 years trying to figure out if you're going to do this or not. If it takes you 3 years to figure out, this might not be the best thing for you. But if you really got the desire to make things happen, and you got the why to make things work, to bring extra cash flow for your family, to pay the tuition, to pay the rent, to pay the mortgage, to pay the car note, whatever the case may be, you're about to retire. Take action. Give us a call. Contact us at LiveScan.chat.com or LiveScan.Chat, LiveScan.Chat. Wherever it is, just get a hold of us. Please, get a hold of us and take action yesterday. Please do. All right. Any other questions out there? You know how to reach us with the National LiveScan Association. Please join us anytime, every Saturday morning, 7:30 California time. You get your questions answered or take advantage of free training that we have. Any other specific questions, go to LiveScan.Chat to schedule to speak to a member advisor. But please look at this video first. Again, before you contact us with a certain question about, I want to do LiveScan and Ink Card, can I do it in my state? We just explained to you in this session right here what you should be doing to get you started quicker and going down the right path. Okay, my name is J.W. Reed. I am the coolest technician around. Guys, please be safe, have fun, and get in trouble, but don't get caught. Take care. I just pushed the wrong button again. Sorry about that, folks. Let me get the right button. Caught one of those bloops and stuff, but it is a live feed. That's just how it goes. All right, this is the correct one right here now. Take care. Bye.